Like, how dare you tell me what to do? I was so mad. So, funny wedding stories. I don't know if you have any, leave them down below. I'll give you a little story time here. About the time I went to this wedding with my friend. It was my friend's wedding back in the day. This is when I was like in college time. And my husband hates this story, but I like it because it's how I actually realized how much I really loved him, and it actually brought us together, even though he thinks it brought us apart. But I was at my one friend's wedding, and she was getting married, and I was a hostess. Okay, I wasn't in the wedding. That's okay. I mean, you don't always have to be, a bridesmaid to be in the wedding. You're still in the wedding, right? Weddings are weddings, So, of course, I was a hostess. So I wore this really pretty green dress, And I remember the night before she had a party. I think she had a bachelorette party actually the night before, which most people don't even do that anymore because it's so much work to do it the night before. And since it was so much work, like, she had us, like, doing a lot of stuff the night before the wedding. Like, we were helping clean and prep and doing things, for her wedding and everything, like setting up, like, I don't know what we were making, like trinkets or whatever, little giveaway things. I don't know what she had, like the takeaways or something, like, I don't know, we were doing all this stuff, like, and like we were doing like the programs and all this stuff like the night before, and I was really like so tired. And then, like, the day of her wedding actually came, and I remember I was just so exhausted. And then, of course, Mother Nature came a knocking, kind of like she did this week, hater. So she came, and, like, I was so tired and so exhausted. And I just remember, like, being, like, so tired and, like, so groggy. And, like, I did not want to go to this wedding, but I wanted to go. And it was hot. A hot summer day. Of course, it was a hot summer wedding outside, outdoor wedding, kind of like this one will be. And I was just like, I am so tired. It's freaking hot outside. I'm on the rack. Like, so I was just dragging, okay? So, like, I got ready. And so I bring a backup dress, right? Because I'm like, this dress was like a light green, like a lime green. I was like, God forbid, like, I have an embarrassing moment today in this heat. So I went, and I remember I packed an extra dress. And so we get there. Well, actually, I rode with my husband, who was just like, we were best friends back then. At that point, we were besties. Like I said, he hates this story because we were besties. And he actually came and he picked me up. He's so sweet. He came and he picked me up and took me there, okay? And we rode together to this wedding. I think one of my other friends rode with us, and I picked her up too. And we all rode, like, carpooled or whatever to this wedding, right? So I feel like crap. I remember the whole ride over, I just feel like crap. I'm so hot. I'm so tired. And the wedding hasn't even started yet. So we get there, and like I said, I'm already over it. I mean, I wasn't over my friend's wedding, but I was just like over the fact that, like, I was like on my period and I wasn't feeling well or whatever, and I was drained, like, of energy and life. And so I remember I had taken medication because, it was hurting, obviously. So I had taken this medicine to try to get me through, and I remember it was so hot, and so, like, I feel like the mixture of this super hot heat and the medication was, like, draining me. So I get there, and I'm like, I can't find where I'm supposed to be, and then I finally find it, and I find the other hostess, and we meet up, and we're just like, what are we supposed to be doing? Like, we didn't know what we were supposed to do or where we were supposed to go. Telling you guys, it was, like, crazy. But it was a gorgeous wedding. This has nothing to do with the wedding. It's just that I was all over the place this day. So we get there, and it's nice. It's a gorgeous place, and like I said, my friend and I are hosting it. So we go, we take our positions, we welcome everybody, and welcome, come in, and all that, good stuff. Welcome to the wedding. Here's a brochure, blah blah blah. Here's your seat. Find a seat on the groom or the bride's side, or whatever. So people take their seats, and the wedding starts, and I remember my good friend Heather, she sang. She actually has a YouTube channel. You guys check her out, Chef Mommy. Hey Heather Martin. So she actually sang, and she was gorgeous. And then she had like harpists at my friend's wedding, had harpists, and it was a nice wedding. It was just pretty, and I remember it was so nice. But I remember like I was in so much pain, and I was so tired in the heat. And I was just like, when's this wedding gonna be over? I'm so tired. So then we get to the reception. And you know when you get to the reception, like you have to find your seat, everyone mingles. There's usually something you have to sign for the bride and groom or whatever. And you do that, and people are mingling, you know, and you're eating hors d'oeuvres or whatever, and you're just kind of chatting. Well, we were like waiting for dinner. I don't think there were hors d'oeuvres, but there was like things you filled out, and of course I was the hostess, so I was like guiding people to like, hey, you know, fill out this thing for the bride, you know, blah blah blah. So I was doing that, and of course I met back up with, you know, my now husband, and we were chatting for a little bit, and then I had to, you know, then we all, you know, we sat down or whatever to eat, you know, this delicious dinner. And I remember waiting, and I don't know why, I think that's because I was tired and hungry or whatever, and hot. I just feel like it took forever for the food to come because I was so hungry. But like I said, I was being a hater this day. Like I was in such a bad mood. Like I was the worst. Even my friends called me out later in the day. So anyway, so we're eating. Finally we get to eat, which feels like an eternity. And we're eating this really good meal. And I just, you know, was enjoying the food. I remember in the conversation, I was talking to my now husband and our mutual friends, and I was having a good time. And we honestly, like, I was chatting, but I remember I was just like so involved with the food. Like, I know that's horrible, but I love the food at weddings, so I was just like so absorbed with the food, and I felt like I zoned out for a minute. I think it's just because I was so drained, and because I hadn't really eaten all day, and then I was so hot and everything. I don't know, whatever. So I remember I was so into the food, and like I kind of zoned out from the conversation for a good minute, because I was just enjoying the food. And then of course the cake came, and I told you guys I love me some cake. What am I looking for? I can't find it. So, where's the pencil? No, where are you? I can't find my pencil right now. But anyway, so. Okay, there it is. Okay, so I remember zoning out, enjoying the cake and everything, okay? And then, you know, they go through the ceremony, and of course I'm hurting in pain. I was just like, oh, when's this gonna end or whatever, and father-daughter dance and everything, and like I just wanted to get up and dance. But, you know, while this was going on, I was like, oh, let me go check, you know, because I brought that backup dress. So like I was like, oh, at this point I think I went and I changed my dress. Yeah, so I changed to something that was more comfortable to like dance in, right? And my friends like approach me in the bathroom, you know, while I'm no, we were like getting ready to dance, right? So finally we get to the dance floor. No, I'm getting ahead. So like I get to the dance floor, right? And we're dancing, we're having fun, and like I said, then I go sneak out to change my dress, because I'm just like, and I'm dancing with all these guys and random people, and I'm all over the place, and I'm dancing and jumping around, dancing with the bride, I'm dancing with the crew, I'm dancing with the you know, I'm trying to dance and flirt with the DJ, I'm everywhere, right? I'm dancing with our friends, I'm everywhere. So I go to the bathroom to go and change my dress, okay? Because I'm like, I'm on the frack, and I don't want to have an accident, whatever. So I go in there to change, and then my friends come in, and they're like, what is wrong with you? Why are you all over the place dancing with everyone, dancing everywhere? You know you came with Mbalolo. Why are you all over the place? You should be dancing with him, and you shouldn't be out there flirting with the DJ and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, excuse me, like I came here single, but you know, like he's my best friend, but we're not like dating. And I was just like, how dare you tell me what to do? I was so mad. And of course I did like him, you know, I had feelings for him, but I wasn't telling people because I didn't want people off my business. So I just was like, you know what? I'm not gonna tell these girls what I'm dealing with or what I'm feeling right now because it's none of their business, you know. And I'm my own person. I can go out and do whatever I want. Plus, of course, I was like on Tylenol and leave and whatever. I was on a leave and whatever, so I was just like, I was taking off some leave and I was just like tired. I was just like, whatever, I'm gonna do what I want to do. So I go back out on the dance floor, right? And I'm dancing all over. I'm flirting with DJ again. They're just giving me eye rolls. Like, you need to figure out what you're gonna do. Are you gonna be with him, or are you gonna be with that guy? Like him, as in my now husband. And I was just like, why don't they just leave me alone? I was like, if they want to get with him, like, I was like, maybe they want to get with him. Like, that's why they keep asking it over and over again, the same question. Because I've already told them, like, we're friends or whatever. So, like, I was just all over the place. And, I remember finishing out the night and, we chatted with the DJ. I got his number, whatever. And they're just like, I can't stand you. I can't believe you got his number after you came here with your, my now husband. And I was just like, what is their probs? I'm like, are they jelly or what? So, I don't know. Anyway, so at the end of the day, I am talking with this DJ guy, and he's horrible. Like, he's not very smart at all. Like, he's the worst. And, like, I remember when I was talking to him, like, I had his number, and I was just, like, talking to him. The whole time I was just thinking about my now husband, and I was like, and how he picked me up, and how he was so nice to me the whole night, and how I was being such a jerk. And I was just like, why was I being so rude to him? Like, and I didn't even think of it at the time, but then when I thought back later, I was like, why was I being so rude to him? Like, that wasn't very nice for him to, like, do all that nice stuff and, like, me to be so rude. And, like, honestly, all it did was it just made me realize, like, how important your friends are and people in your life, and that, sometimes that best friend of yours who you're always doing, best guy friend of yours who you're always doing stuff with, a lot of times you have, sometimes you have deeper feelings for that person. And sometimes it takes, like a situation like that I was in, like flirting, and my friends telling me, like, what are you doing? Like, you need to get with him. Sometimes it takes situations like that for you to actually realize, like, you know what? This is my person. Like, I have a good time with him. We hang out all the time. There's no drama. Like I said, he's intelligently on my level. Like, I was just like, what am I doing? So then, like, as I started hanging out with him more and more afterwards, I started realizing that I really like this guy. Like, more than just like as friends. Like, I love this guy. And so that's how we started dating, and we've been together ever since. And it just goes to show you, like, weddings can be fun and exciting, but you know what? You can learn a lot at some weddings. Like, sometimes you can actually have, like, realizations at weddings, like, what am I doing with my life here, okay? So that's my story time of my crazy pants wedding that my friends thought I lost my mind at. And it ultimately brought me to my husband. Even though I could have lost him because I was being really rude and dancing around and just being a jerk. But he loved me and saw through the crazy, and he realized I wasn't being myself. And sometimes you have to just realize who you really are and who is your true self, and not try to pretend to be something that you're not. Because I was pretending. I was out there pretending I was some player, like, girl, and I was not like that at all. And I actually really had true feelings for him. And he was really turned off that night, and he did meet up with me after as friends, but he could have really just been like, you know what, you're crazy, I'm leaving, like, you're psycho. But he didn't do that, and I'm glad that he didn't, because now we're married, because we probably wouldn't have been if I kept doing jerkish things. So, moral of the story, don't play out that best guy friend of yours, because that could actually end up being your husband. True story, right? So, like I said, if you have any crazy, wedding stories down below, listen down below. I'd love to hear them. That's my crazy one. And I was just like, how dare you tell me what to do? I was so mad.